It's the CalebDMTG show.
This deck's pretty straightforward. It's kind of like a mashup between the old shardless bug decks and the modern, well, not modern, but legacy, and the current day 4-color snow control. So just taking an existing control shell and then jamming the Cascade engine in with the new Valki, God of Lies. Of course, everyone I'm sure at this point knows that if you Cascade into Valki, you can play the Tybalt half. It should be pretty sweet if we can pull it off. Volrath Stronghold here, potentially set it up. Rebuy one of the 2 pieces. Hey, sup, Harrison Berggren. Yeah, and this is the danger. This is the danger to playing this card, is that you have to draw it sometimes. That's the real downside to playing with Valki. It's not a free roll. I think I was going to make a lot of stuff uncounterable, so might as well counter it, huh? Saving the fetch for a shuffle off a potential brainstorm could be a thing. I like getting the island down sooner rather than later. Against White Weenie, at least they're gonna like have hits for Valki, like casting it. What's up, Captain Altitude? Yeah, I think you just cast the damn thing. Mesmeric Fiendom. I think we take the Stoneforge Mystic.
All you gotta do is sing. Well, it makes no difference if it's sweet or hot.
The Swords to Plowshares costs 2 with the Thalian play, so if they're gonna Swords the Valki, then they can't immediately replay the Stoneforge. If they're doing that, then they're not porting me and stuff. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty well, Dark Lord Ragnar. Thanks for asking. Hey, good evening, Aegis. Everybody. So cascading with Thalian plays a risky proposition, because most of our deck is spells. So we're not going to Shardless here, we're just going to Ice Fang on our next turn, and then hopefully we'll get to a spot where we can... I kind of forgot that that could just happen, huh? Alright, touche. Touche, Caracas. It's up to Un. Valki, somehow even worse than we thought it was. As a card, you know. Obviously the Planeswalker half is sweet. Equipment did they grab? Sort of Fire Nice. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, wait, no. I may or may not have F6'd. Yeah, I was thinking about whether I wanted to play the Astrolabe or what have you. And then when I came back, I F6'd. I F3'd in time though. The opponent did, fortunately not. F6'd my turn, because then would have missed my lane drop there. So they could have sword equipped, and they chose not to, which means that they probably want to be porting me this turn. Or maybe they didn't want to, like, nuke their whole turn into a Fatal Push or a Swords or something. Exactly, Red Ferret. That's exactly the idea. So we could have replicated this Thalia. We're gonna get hit by a sword. Is that okay? I mean, we get hit by a sword regardless. We could draw. The thing is, we could draw a land, right? Oh, they have Crocus to save it anyway. Yeah, let's let this happen. Hey, Rister, thanks for the 26 months. And Sun Rakasha, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 5 months. And CMFP, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 34.
Oh yes, I'm like Jack Horner in a corner. I don't go nowhere. I don't care. All your kisses are worth me.
I guess it's the same damage whether I block or not, huh? Obviously we can't block the pro blue card here.
I don't stay out there. Don't care to go. I'm home upon a just me and my radio. Hey, Mr. Heaven, serving all my love for you.
I think this is appropriate, and then if we hit a land, we can just fire off a Naked Brainstorm. Or nothing, we could also just do nothing. If we Brainstorm at the end of turn though, we can set up the Cascade. Does that even do anything? Just draws cards, right? Okay, exile target artifact or creature. That could be useful. Hey, Responsible Adult, thanks to the sub. Thanks for 29 months. And Corn Chips, thanks to the 41.
Oh shit, what up?
What we actually need here is a sweeper. Hey, Torvac, thanks for the 35 months as well as the reminder to eat some butt. I appreciate it. Snowforge staying back's a bad sign. It means that there's a Batter Skull on the way down. We have to lose 2 here. How are things going? Things are going okay. You thought this deck seemed like my kind of jam? I don't think it is, typically, but I wanted to try out a few different Kaldheim brews. Yeah, good evening, J-Mac. So we kind of got to exile. Well, let's actually do this. Should have lit on this.
Oh shit, what up?
Oh, this doesn't work. This doesn't work because we're at 5 and they have Skyclave in hand. Oh well. I was thinking force them to put in the Batterskull, and then the Tibalt can actually downtick on the Batterskull itself, because it can exile artifacts. There's an issue there, though. And the issue is that we know about the Skyclave in their hand. That's alright. Still a cool turn. But the Fatal Push needed to be pointed at the Thalia, I think. And then, or I'm sorry, the Fatal Push needed to be pointed at the Germ. And the Tibalt could have downticked on Thalia, which they would have fogged just by bouncing him a Caracas, but then we wouldn't be dead on board. Yeah, congrats, Lindalabri. Yeah, so if we were more than 5, right? If we were more than 5, then my line last turn would have been a little bit better. Just a smidge. Just a smidge better. So I want some Plague Engineers. It's abrupt decay action. I think Return to Nature comes in too. And we just cut our counter spells. It's a little weird, but do we want Blood Moon?
Well, I'm right a corner, in a corner. I don't go nowhere. I don't care. All your kisses are worth me waiting for. Please believe me. Well, I don't stay all night.
Disbatank, it's just how the rules work. Just how the rules work when you cascade into a split card. Because it's actually one card, so one half is legal, then they're both legal. Yeah, let's cut Leovold, actually, and bring in a Blood Moon. Playing 4-color control, boarding in Blood Moon versus the mono-white player. I'm really not the person to ask, Labrad. I'm super not. I would love to answer your question. Wow. So here I am, attempting to cast Bloodbraid Elf. An actual Bloodbraid in the chat is criticizing me for not playing Bloodbraid in the right way. There's just no pleasing you, person.
Well, I'm walking. Yes, indeed, I'm talking about you and me.
We could fire off Brainstorm here, and then if we find Shardless, we'll just like actually have Tibalt next turn.
That I'm waiting for your company. I'm hoping you'll come back to me. Well, now what you gonna do when the well runs dry? You gonna just run away and hide? I'm gonna run right by your side. For you, pretty baby, I'll leave and die. I'm walking, yes indeed, I'm talking about you and me. I'm hoping you'll come back to me. Well, I'm walking, yes indeed, I'm talking.
I'm looking at my plans, because if I want to play Valki as a planeswalker, if I want to play the Tibalt half, it'll cost 1 more mana. We could just Shardless into that Ice Fang and draw some cards. The other line being to just like bolt the Thalia now. If we bolt the Thalia, that's like our whole turn, right? Whereas this has a good chance of cantripping me into more land drops, which is what I really want.
Yes, indeed, I'm talking about you and me. I'm hoping you'll come back to me.
You understand how why I couldn't do the Valki trick there? Because if I tap out for Shardless Agent and then try and cast Tybalt off of the Cascade, I still have to pay the 1 mana for Thalia. But we still have a Brainstorm here. We still have Brainstorm, we still have Valki, we still have a Cascader. I'm gonna take 3. Greedy McSkittles. What? No one calls me that anymore. Not after the incident. Oh, farts. Sure, that's good attack. I think I'm gonna chill on it. You guys looking for a lane drop there? That was the main reason that we did the Shardless and Ice Fang thing. Just get a lot of cards deeper, so the Brainstorm this turn would have a really good chance of hitting land drop. Exactly, Quillback. We don't talk about the incident anymore. Not after the incident. Yeah. As long as we all remember what we can't talk about, we'll be alright. Why not put the Valki second from the top? When would I play it? when would I cascade into it here? Well, Great Elf costs 4. I have 3 mana. Really just want to draw more 1-mana removal spells in this matchup. Instead of having the Cascade Valki combo, if I just had like some Snapcasters for 1-mana removal spells, I think we'd be super ahead this game. This would be a lot better if we could play 2 Quaddles this turn. Just have a Swords for me anyway. That's alright, we get to gain a life. A life. And then I think we're pretty dead. Can't play a sweeper if I draw one. Playing Uro gains through life, playing Ice Fang gains through life. They kill us either way through it, right? All of the creatures are going to be 3 power, we're at 6. Real stuff.
Yes, I believe that I'm waiting for your call to me. I'm hoping you'll come back to me. Well, now what you gonna do when the well runs dry? You gonna just run away and hide? What you gonna do when I say bye-bye? All you're gonna do is wipe your eyes out.
So the combo didn't seem especially hard to set up. A Cascader plus Valki, like Brainstorm to set it up. We had 2 games in a row where it was like a feasible thing. The issue was that it wasn't very good. it was very similar to setting up a Cascade into a removal spell, which hasn't been good enough in Legacy for a very long time. Does not bode well for the rest of this league, I gotta say. Bergie Mono Red Burn? No. I didn't like Bergie Burn in Historic, so I'm probably not gonna like it in Legacy, right? I got a few different Bergie lists. Some days you're stuck on lands. Yeah, I think there was more than that though going on that game. Yeah, right, debut. That's where I'm at. If Valki could, like, down-tick to kill a planeswalker, I'd like it a little bit more, because then it would be good in, like, the 4-color planeswalker sludge battles, but instead you're, like, playing it and upticking, and trying to, like, answer the Roko that way. This Valky's actually kind of insane if they get to, like, flip Leovold up. Yeah, I should be brainstorming here instead of ice fanging. I'm not sure what you're referring to, EDH Panda. I was sticking away from Legacy for a few days while the new cards got into circulation, so I could actually buy them.
My lonely days are over. Life is long.
Modern, I think, is like in kind of a bad way. But that's not quite the same thing.
Oh yeah, at last. The stars above are blue. My heart was wrapped in clover.
I think they're considering a forced negation on my brainstorm.
I found the dream.
What card's bugged, Bill? Oh, you're talking about Oko? Yeah.
A dream that I can call my own. I found the thrill.
You'll see it deeper into this album. Yeah, I think we just get to lose to Leovold now. Oh, I definitely should have brainstormed instead of playing this Quaddle. I could have just hid the fucking Leovold. I didn't have to brainstorm and find a removal spell for Valki. I could have just put the Leovold on top. How did it take me this long to realize it? I realized that I'm just drinking my caffeine, my daily caffeine now, but that's a pretty basic line. Yeah, right, corn chips. It's just kind of like the whole field right now, right? Bunch of Uro Omnath nonsense. I'm kind of waiting for a shift up for Modern before I start making more Modern content. What makes Valki good? Well, if you Cascade into it, you can play Tibalt, is what I mean the opponent are messing with Valki right now. Yeah, this whole situation is highly regrettable and bad on my part. My opponent's like stunned that they're getting to do this when I could have just brainstormed. I guess they don't necessarily know that. I could have drawn the brainstorm off the Ice Fang. We know though. We know. Oh, there we go. The one league I watched someone play with it didn't look amazing, Roscoe. I heard of one streamer 5-0ing a league with it, but then, like, the other streamer I watched was having a real rough time. A lot of counter spells and discard and random hate spells. Deafening Silence is modern legal, right? So, like, anyone playing white sources. If you don't come across counters, you'll 5-0. I mean, you're also weak to discard and fucking Teferi and Canonist and Deafening Silence. Anyone that wants to beat you will beat you, is what I'm getting at. God damn, this again? Fucking this again? I feel like we just did this. Reminds you of the Garuda standard deck that was a thing for like 4 days? Yes, Bosch Brainlessness. That is a really good comparison, I think. Or Neoform or whatever. It's also not much fun to watch her play. Yeah, right? Like, I watched like 3 rounds and I was like, alright, I'm done. Someone asked me if I was going to stream it. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Oh man, I want to force a negation of the Sylvan Library, but then I lose the Euro. Sylvan Library is pretty good. Maybe worth pitching an Euro. They have a Crocus to bounce it.
We'll sit in the sun all day. Let's go.
I don't know. If I had like one more land in play, I'd be firmly on the side of keeping the Euro, because then there'd be a chance that we could rebuy it. Leovold's a lot better. Leovold like turns off Euro. Because they have Crocus to turn off the 6/6 aspect. Yeah, Leovold stops you from like finding an answer to Leovold. It's an incredible card. I guess I'll let Sylvan Library resolve. Doesn't feel good though. Loco helps a lot. Note that if we Oko turn the Valki into a 3/3, they can just Crocus bounce it back to their hand and replay it. So we can like make it a 3/3 and they can still just have a Leovold next turn, but then that takes all their mana. Oh, I guess the tapping the Crocus is a pretty big deal. Yeah, let's get this down. If we Euro and hit a land, we could do both, but... Well, shit. How much worse is this Force of Negation than, like, literally any other counter here? And then when we play the Euro, we're not going to get to draw a card. Twitch Prime doesn't automatically re-up. Has it just like, have you not been able to manually re-up it? Is Valki played much now? Well, now is literally like 2 days into the format.
What up?
So people are testing it. I don't think it'll be played for very long, but people are certainly trying it out. Us being included in people. Hey, Commando Zacko, thanks for the sub. Thanks for the 50 months there. Hell yeah. Brutal air. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, let's go over the waves where the sun shines so
I'm gonna be
bright
real.
in the
I fucking hate
sky.
Caracas. I used to love that card. As this slowly become more and more miserable in Legacy, as more sweet legends get printed. We're not even playing one in here. We've got like a fucking...
Waves, spread our arms, raise our heads to the clouds. Well, let's go over the waves. Well, we'll dream all our troubles on behind.
We've got a Volroth Stronghold in here to help like set up the combo, but Crocus is so good. It should just be a Crocus. Playing the Valki here is made super bad. No, you can't do Valki tricks with Caracas because it has one ability. So it'll only ever have one card exiled with it. It's not the old templating. If it has 2 triggers, then you can do that. Oh sweet, they give it back to me. ER blank Valki was just like not doing anything in play, but now we could potentially play it for 7 mana later or something.
Somebody great in the Orleans, Jeremy. Y'all got to stand up for this one, I'm saying.
Get him with the snake. Well, if we attack with the snake, then they hit us back with Leopold, right? So you're trading 1 damage for 3. Maybe that's a good trade, like you said with Sylvan Library. Maybe that's fine.
Up high, feet on the ground, wave in the air while you vibe to the sound, laughing, relaxing, and having good time. Carnival season, I'm feeling alright.
That's a good point. Yeah, if they attack with Leopold, then the agent can get in. Yeah, I think you're right. I think the Ice Fang should be serving.
Second line down the street. Come take a ride out to Audubon. Tigers and bears is all type of fun. I'm not gonna stop till the party's done. Dancing around till my body numb. Don't need a crowd, I'll be all alone. Taking the culture with every song. Open your heart, feel it in your
I guess I'll cast it.
Give you the goosebumps with every song.
Oh shit, what up?
Hey, Mr. Bigfoot. Thanks for gifting a sub to Coolius.
We gon' fuss, we gon' fight.
I think I'm gonna hardcast a Force of Will on my 3/2 haste. I don't blame them, knowing what they know about my hand.
Family affair, we doing it right. Yeah, we doing it right. It's a family affair, yeah, we doing it right.
The most brutal thing is that it is our Leopold.
Oh shit, what up?
Hey, Evil Town. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the 9 months. We also couldn't control the lightning bolt. Like, we hit it off a random Cascade. Otherwise, we could have, like, bolted at their end of turn, untapped, just cast Leopold. And then they would have had to, about, like, let us draw a card with Caracas. I think I've made several errors this game. The biggest one was not brainstorming in response to Valki originally. The second big one was going for Oko that one turn instead of playing Uro, making sure that I at least got to draw a card. Well, we're playing 4 of 1 for a reason, right, War? Legacy be hard? Legacy's hard. It's mostly just like me waking up, right? First match of the day. Caffeine hasn't hit the old brain pan yet. Hey, Dr. Leia, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 5 months.
Let's get started. Oh, now we gon' throw a party. Oh, now welcome to Mardi Gras. Oh, now let's get started. Oh, now we gon' throw a party. Oh, now welcome to Mardi Gras.
Easiest Force of Will of my life.
Oh, now let's have a party. Oh, now let's have a party. Oh, now.
Am I nocturnal? Yeah, I mean I work nights, so obviously, right?
Oh, now let's get started. Oh, now we gon' throw a
Anyone that works third shift, right?
welcome to Mardi Gras.
Oh shit, what up?
Yeah, Dr. Land at the 5-month sub. You're very welcome, Dr. Land. And Own Factor with the 47 months. Saying only 47. Need to step up their game. Yeah, right?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You thought I'd never slept? No, I sleep sometimes. This week has actually been, like, pretty good sleep-wise. I had a really good caffeine reset where when I started, where after my day off, where I had like no caffeine on my day off, I was only drinking like half an energy drink for the first like 3 days of the week, and I just like slept amazingly. And now I'm back to drinking like full energy drinks, but I'm probably gonna take Monday or Tuesday off because I took Tuesday off last week, so that'll be another good day for a reset. Play faster? What are you talking about? Comparison to what? I have fucking 4 minutes on their clock.
You'll get a real feeling when you hear that Crescent City swing. Well, come on down, don't be late. Forget about that apple and that Golden Gate. It's easy. Roll big easy. Come under my wing.
Oh, you're responding to someone in chat. Mutant Only Master said, when I play Control on Moto, I always lose by time. Any tips? Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just gotta make a play, right? Familiar, it's hard to give you a really good answer because I don't know what the problem is. I don't know if you're like taking too many tanks. I don't know if it's like your unfamiliarity with Moto. Like I timed out a lot more when I first started using Moto, even with decks that I was like very confident with and would never get a draw with in paper. Let's speed this along. Girl's gonna lock things up now. Auto-yield irrelevant triggers, yeah. That can be a good one. Learn how to stack your triggers effectively. Be aware of them so that you're like already ready to stack them before they trigger. There's a lot of cards I'm considering here. Counterbalance, Abrupt Decay, Nihil Spellbomb. Nihil Spellbomb's probably better than Surgical. we care about Uro specifically. Surgically can strip counters, which is real nice, but... I think Dead of Winter's coming out, huh? I don't think we play Return to Nature. Is this an awkward Cascade? It doesn't have a real one. How's the deck been playing? So far, poorly, but I mean, we're playing a mirror right now, so... Maybe we play Blood Moon and we do, like, Return to Nature their Astrolabes. I like Pyroblast too. It's not an amazing Cascade. It's one of the issues with Pyroblast. We use Force of Negation. Should we just cut Force of Negation? Keep the Cascade hits roughly similar. Would Legacy benefit from a Leovold ban? Friend, Leovold is not a top 20 Legacy card right now. It is played in some 4-color lists as a one-of. Case in point, this deck. But even, I wouldn't even say it's in most 4-color lists. I think you have a very bizarre suggestion going on right there. Now Oko we can talk about. Oko gives the format like a false sense of diversity because there's like all these different archetypes, but they're all using Oko as the win condition, so the games end up looking very samey. Everyone is making the other person's creatures 3/3s and you into the Oko sub game. Makes it very hard to attack and block. And then Dreadhorde's almost something similar. Even then, EDH Panda, like Leovold's not that much better than fucking Hullbreacher, right? At least there's like cost restrictions to Leovold. Would I believe you if you meant Oko and you can't read? I believe you, yeah. Also, I feel that. I like how we just had a very in-depth discussion about possibly banning Leovold. It was not the question at all. Something I was thinking about is like the Yorion version of this deck might be better than the 60 card version. Just so that you don't draw the combo piece too often. And then you can still use cantrips to set them up and such. I am playing Volrath Stronghold. I think it is a huge mistake, but I am playing it. The fact that it's not a Karakas, because Karakas is so damn good if you're gonna play a colorless land. The idea is that if, they only get one blue out of this Carpet of Flowers, I'll kill it anyway. Yeah, the idea is that the Stronghold can set up your Cascade. How does Valki keep on hitting creatures out of my hand? I guess we have 17 total. Boarded out 1.
Know what it means. Said I miss New Orleans. I miss that old town each night and day. I know I'm not wrong. The feeling's getting stronger. The longer I stay away, I miss the moss-covered vines and that tall sugar pine where mockingbirds used to sing.
Do we need to fetch another snow-covered forest? I kind of like that.
Mississippi, hurrying into spring. Now there's the Mardi Gras on the memories, the Creole tunes that fill the air, and I dream of old Neanders in June, and I'm wishing that I were there.
I don't think the Oko bug is fixed, no. Which should only hurt me, right? Because the Oko bug is that your opponent's attack triggers still happen, even after it's been turned into a 3/3.
There's one thing more. I said I missed the one I gather more than I miss. More than I miss. I said more than I miss. New Orleans.
Dr. Doom, I don't think there are that many creatures. They also play Caracas, which can mess with Valki for free. We had one, like, rotting in our hand last game, for example. What's up, Captain Maple Syrup? He almost played the Ice Fang. Just they wouldn't be able to run that.
When whippoorwill call the evening tonight, I hurry to my blue heaven. I turn to the right, seeing a white light.
Fire off another brainstorm. Bad brainstorm here.
Heaven, well, you'll see a smiling face, a fireplace, a cozy room, and a little nest.
No, let's do like this. Wait a turn.
Just Molly and me, and my baby makes 1, 2, and 3. We happy in my blue.
Holding Ice Fang back to offer a trade with her 3/3. We haven't seen a Cascade from the opponent, but I think we can, like, guess that they've got one, right?
Sealing a white light that leads me to my blue heaven. Well, you'll see a smiling face, a fireplace, a cozy room, and a little nest that nestles where the roses bloom. Just Molly and me, and my baby makes 3. We happy in my blue heaven.
Sure thing, friend. That's kind of fun, huh? Well, that's neat. How's Legacy with CalebDM so far? We're in match number 2, so can't really give you an overview, huh? Got a whole lot of sweet decks I'm excited to try out, though.
Tonight, I hurry to my leave heaven. I turn to the right.
It's probably worse than just playing Bloodbraid Elf and having more pressure for the Oko.
Well, you'll see a smiling face, a fireplace, a cozy room. On the little nest that nestles where the roses bloom. Just Molly and me, on my baby makes three. We happy in mind.
Is Charlotte's Agent too powerful for Modern? No. It would have an impact, though. Would have an impact for sure. Yeah, opponent scoop in here. Even though we're not like literally presenting lethal or anything like that, they're packing it in. Save time, give themselves time for game 3. It's possible that they're scooping to the inevitability of Volora's Stronghold and Leovold and Bloodbraid Elf, just like rebuying those over and over again. It's maybe good enough for them. I don't hate it. I don't hate it, that's for sure. You think it's the same category of impactful as Baleful Strix? I think it's a little bit less. Baleful's like fairly close to Ice Fang, and Ice Fang sees play in Legacy. And Charlotte's Agent like is only because of Valki, huh? Maybe that's fair. Like people are playing Valki in Modern. So then Shardless Agent would be, yeah, no, you're right, you're right. Kinda wanna bring in a Lightning Bolt, knowing that they have Leovold. But I don't know what I'm cutting for it. Mono Red's gonna be our last deck of the night, Silly Dead Clown, so it'll show up at the very tail end. We could try cutting a Force of Will. There's some really high-powered cards, though, huh? Like Oko and Leovold, and we're both trying to do the Tybalt thing.
Well, won't you come along with me?
I'm gonna try going to 3.
To the Mississippi. Well, now we'll take a boat to the London
Blood Moon would have been pretty insane last game.
and steam on down the river to New
Opponent fetching out duels in the mirror.
The bombs that agreed
We also kind of lost to Crocus single-handedly in the first game, so I don't mind having a 3-mana Stone Rain for that. Should probably be some Assassin's Trophies somewhere in the list.
the proud and elite folks meet. Heaven on earth, they call it Basin Street. Well,
I was not planning on playing any Dwarves tonight, no.
is the street where the proud and elite folks meet. Down in New Orleans, I'm talking about the land of dreams. Oh, you'll never know how nights
Good chance we're just cantripping one of these spell bombs on turn 2.
Yes, sirree. Well, love comes free and so dear to me. Well, I can lose all my vice and street blues. Yeah, man.
I think we have to fetch a duel here. How long am I stream for? I stream till 2 a.m. pretty much every night. It's currently 8 p.m. my time, so 6 more hours. Dwarven weaponsmith, huh? Basically Goblin Welder. Nice.
Oh shit, what up?
Hey, you're PDs. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the 4 months. Appreciate you. Sure thing, friend.
Well, said I'm glad to be. Yes, sirree. Well, love comes free and so dear to me. Well, I can lose.
Well, it's down to 6 minutes, and we're on turn 4.
Street blues. Oh, yeah.
Just saying. Oh, they got plays. They got plays. No brainstorm for me. Have I liked Village Rights in Kaldheim Draft? Yes! I haven't played a ton of black in Kaldheim Draft. The drafts that I did, white was super open, so I drafted like a lot of white. White Flyers, Boros Beats, that sort of thing. The vehicle decks. There is a solid amount of like passivism type removal in the format, which means that Village Rights is going to be a great top deck in a lot of your longer games. I didn't like slamming Blood Moon here. One, because it shut off my Cascaders. And two, because it looked like they were holding up Abrupt Decay mana. Next turn, maybe. They can change the target to Flusterstorm, but there was only one. We only had one legal target for Flusterstorm on the stack. Bloodbraid's not an instant or sorcery spell, so Flusterstorm can't counter it. If we had a Bit Blast, then they would have been able to counter Bit Blast and the Brainstorm that we cascaded into. But that would be different, right? I really want a fucking Blood Moon, but we drew a stupid Trop instead of a stupid Fetch. Now you show up. Well, our hand just got juicy. Cascade was sort of a problem mechanic in Standard, just because Jund was like a little too good.
Oh shit, what up?
Shit, what up? Hey, sup, Air. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the 31 months. Do you eat Taco Bell or pizza tonight? Yes. I do remember Hypergenesis Extended. One ugly Quaddle. Yeah, right? Yeah, the new Stone Frame does not sit well with me. Oh, don't you dare combo me again. Oh, sure. Which do you think they take? Kinda think they take the Blood Moon. Pizza with tacos on it. Good question. We have taco pizza, but it's like, it's not like there's like individual tacos on top of the pizza. It's like they were all like smashed, you know, so there's like the chips and the taco seasoning and the ground beef and what. You think it's nice on new cards? I don't even really like it on new cards. A lot of times it's hard for me to like tell the difference between different cards in my hand, because like all the colors end up looking pretty samey. Like from a distance, if you're not looking at the casting cost here, it's like kind of difficult to tell the difference between the Astrolabe and the Ice Fang. At a glance, the game becomes harder to play, which means that the game is worse, in my opinion. It's just a worse frame. They blocked incorrectly. I like it. Well, they just didn't have snow. I gotcha. That's the only way they could do it. We're gonna sandbag this Underground Sea in case we top deck a Brainstorm and want to have a card to put back. You thought the snowboarders were artifacts? Yeah, right? Yeah, that's the other thing. So they look really similar to artifacts. Carpet of Flowers might help them out quite a bit here, huh? Yeah, alright. We can indeed hardcast a Tybalt. Whatever good that does for us. I almost want to crack the Nihil Spellbomb. Permagrid. You like exiling the food? I think upticking is really good. No days. In the Cascade mirror, days would be an interesting one. Force Spike is certainly legal.
Oh, just because my hair is curly, and because my teeth are pearly. Now just because
Port only has 2 minutes to win this game. Seems tough. Yeah. Yeah, rough time. We're gonna have Pyro Blast for the Oko next turn too. With the Euro, whatever we want to hit. Nice.
My hair is curly, and because my teeth are pearly.
Yeah, that might be a big downside to Assassin's Trophy in the mirror. Like you're actually like ramping your opponent to Tybalt now. Whereas before people's curves kind of stopped at 3 or 4.
Just because my skin is shady, all a little different, maybe that's why they call me Shine, Mr. Metcalf.
Yeah, I thought about loading up a deck that was just like playing the old Tybalt and then act like I didn't know what people meant. Yeah, you know, the new Cascade deck. You cascade into the 2-mana Tybalt. And what'd y'all think I meant? Lewis CBR. Let's play a whole lot of Legacy. Preordain Hum. Probably some kind of combo. If I hardcast Valki at all. I did once. It was a mistake. My opponent did multiple times. It made it look a lot better. Hey, Mix Go. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the 9 months. Yeah, howdy indeed. Howdy indeed. I'm glad to see you, Mix Go. Hope you're having a good one. Hope you're having a good day. The X's are highs. No, I think I like it better this way. I don't know what Release to the Wind does, Batter Skull, so no, I'm gonna say no. Because I haven't heard of that card. You like that reasoning?
Well, now just because my hair is curly, because my teeth
shit,
are
what up?
pearly. Oh, just because
Hey, Hippity Long Ears, thanks for the subs, the 43 months.
I'd like to dress up in the latest style. Oh, just because I'm glad I'm living, yeah. I'll face the world and troubles with a smile.
Wait.
Just because I'm all a little different, baby, that's why they call me
Hippity Long Ears says, listen here, the way this is going to go down is you're going to take this $5 and not ask any questions about where I got it. Capiche? Oh, capiche. Capiche. I'll take the $5. Getting dazed, Tom. Sure. Still got a Shardless Agent, though. Still got that value. Should be pretty hard to beat value like that. Lotus Petal. That seems like a card that people would play in a deck intending to murder my face. Looks good to me, friend. Looks good to me. Hydroblast is at least quite strong against them. Might actually play Surgical. Kind of rarely correct against combo, but we can jam it. We can try it out. What do y'all think? Return to Nature? Like a one-of Return to Nature or one-of Nihil Spellbomb? Both kind of bad. Both kind of not great. Do I still think Show and Tell is ban-worthy? I do not. Turn 1 to ball. I do not know. I do think Wasteland leads to, like, a miserable gameplay experience, but it's been nerfed quite a lot with the printing of Astrolabe. So I don't agree with that one either.
That's the only thing I've plenty of, baby. Just dream of wine.
Yeah, the argument for banning Show and Tell was that, like, the cards that you're putting into playoff Show and Tell were getting better and better.
Happiness, and I guess all the things that you climb. So baby G, I'd like to see you.
But the turn 1 combo decks have improved so much. The Storm decks and the Reanimator decks. Whereas Show and Tell is kind of plateaued.
Until that lucky day, you know darn well, baby,
I think Wasteland should be in Standard. Just print Strip Mine. I'm both in Standard. Delver would be a very awkward ban. If you want to hit the Delver decks, ban fucking Dreadhorde. That's an obnoxious fucking card. And shows up in, obnoxious non-Delver decks too. This is a pretty solid opener for this matchup. We just want to draw some free counters too. Wasteland is great, Strip Mine is wrong. Nah, they're both pretty shit. And in a format with a good mana base, they're functionally identical. Which is pretty much all formats now. Having a Taiga here is a real bummer. Basic Forest is just so worthless. I can't do it. Piddly little counter battles.
Well, I can give you anything but love, baby. That's the only thing.
Really needed either an Astrolabe or a fetch here. This is super bad for us.
And you should find, well, happiness. And I guess all the things that you plan. So baby G, I'd like to see you looking swell, baby. Diamond bracelets won't work, doesn't sell. Oh baby, well until that lucky day, you know that well, pretty baby. But I can't give you anything but love.
Can't even play Leovold here. Or Shardless for that matter. This is another matchup where having a Crocus instead of a Stronghold could be real. Could be a real consideration. You like playing the Valki? Yeah. Probably better than what I did. Setting up the Cascade. Still going for Tibalt. Maybe I'm supposed to Leovold here, because if they have Pyroblast... Well, no, that answers Leovold too. Yeah, they need a Hydroblast for Tibalt. No, this is better.
Oh shit, what up?
Hey, Master Mike, thanks for the sub. It's the 4 months. The Hardcast Force. Brutal. Yeah, I'd feel a whole lot better about this game if we had, you know, mana. We had our colors. And Astrolabe would have made a world of difference. Or like one more fetch land, right? One more fetch land. Because it's Pyroblast mana, and then we just like sit here and hold up 2 counter spells.
I've got music. I got my man. Who can ask for anything more? I've got daisies in green pastures.
I'm not having anything is really nice for us.
Home and trouble, you'll never find him hanging, dancing, prancing round my back door. 'Cause I've got rhythm and the music and the fun that goes with it. I've got my man hooking up for anything more.
Leopold's nice here because of the top deck of Brainstorm. It doesn't, or like some other cantrip, doesn't get them back into it. Quite the flood over there. Was that the only Valki in the deck? Certainly not. Certainly not. I think 3 might be a better number than 4, but 4's been okay so far. Yeah, I was fine with it burning LED. It's the only way I was getting the Blood Braid down that game, huh?
Oh shit, what up?
Hey, friendly FFS, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 5 months. The 5-0.
Got rhythm, I've got music. I got my man hooking up for anything more.
This might be a mulligan for this matchup. Just slow, right? Like, we would snap keep this against an unknown opponent. And it's tempting to keep it just because, like, our mana was so bad last game, but I think we want Disruption. This hand doesn't really have any of that. We go 6. This hand isn't really much better. But it is better. A little bit more velocity here, right? With Brainstorm potentially finding us counter magic. Do I think Astrolabe should be banned? I'm not sure. It's not the first card I would ban. I would ban Oko and Dreadhorde first. Oko is a lot better than Uro in this matchup. Which one do you want if your opponent show and tells in an Emrakul?
Travel my way, take the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. It winds from Chicago to LA.
Alright, we just need 8 more fucking mana. We'll be good to go.
Get your kicks on Route 66.
Yeah, I wouldn't ban it. Oh, you were asking... you weren't asking about my Brainstorm decision. You were asking why I would ban Oko and not Uro. I gotcha. Yeah, no, I would wait on Uro for sure. Uro just takes more time than Oko. Oko's a little bit more free. I think Oko has a bigger impact on the meta too. Like, Uro is good against Delver, which I think is like kind of a good thing for the format, because Delver is so fucking good. But Oko is good against Chalice decks, and I don't think Chalice decks are amazing right now. If that makes sense. If you turn Valki into an Elk, they will not lose their card forever. It'll still have its weird little ability. We had a force here, of course we would turn the defense grid into a 3-3, but we don't. We could bluff it, but meh. What do we put in? I think we put in Euro.
Through St. Louis and Joplin, Missouri, and Oklahoma City looks mighty pretty. You'll see Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona. Don't forget Winona, Kingston, Barstow, San Bernardino. Won't you get hit this time, detail? When you make that California trip, get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66.
So I think what happened here is that they didn't find a Lotus Petal. Kind of wish I still had that Surgical, but even if we got the Grizzlebrands, there's still Emrakul to deal with. We attack for 5 here. Not quite good enough, huh?
Yes, I hate to see that evening sun go down. Lord, I hate to see that evening sun go down. 'Cause it makes me feel like I'm on my last go round. Now, if I'm feeling tomorrow like a
If we have one more mana to crack the food, maybe. And 6 lands to Annihilator. The issue is that Grizzlebrand plus Emrakul kill me here. Or wait, do they? 15 plus 7, that's 22. Well, maybe we got a chance. Will that turn Sneak into an Elk? That's not an option. Oko's ability is target artifact or creature, and Sneak Attack is neither of those things. Yeah, why doesn't Oko have enchantments, really? Very much a bummer. I like this song a lot, but I want to turn down the volume slightly, and hope that's okay. Hope this is still okay. Hey, Willy Wonder, thanks for the sub. He's about 31 months. I don't think we're winning quite yet, Title Disruption. I think they're planning on sneaking in. Sneaking in a little some, mid-combat. There's not much I can do about it. If we find like Hydro Blast specifically for sneak, it could make my turn a lot easier. It didn't. If you Oko your Valki, they will still be able to get their card back. If it's one trigger, well, never mind. It's just that it's still the same permanent, so the trigger is attached to the permanent. Oh man, all these delicious counters. Yeah, if we hadn't shuffled, I feel this was the game that we shuffled away Grizzlebrand, right? Or I'm sorry, not Grizzlebrand, but Surgical. Oddly enough, if we kept that earlier, I think we won this game. I can't remember if it was this game or the one previous though. Might as well have F6 with the defense grid in play. Was it no attack better? Well, they can still sneak in Grizzlebrand at the end of turn and attack, get their 7 life. I didn't think so. If you're not attacking with the Uro there to get the Grizzlebrand out of their hand, like when are you attacking, right? I've seen a green creature out of them before Tidal Disruption. Saddleback Lagak was the tech for a very brief period in Legacy's history. A lot of folks don't remember that. An answer to Valki? Yeah, they could. Like in a Braid or something. They've gone through a lot of mana.
Well, put on your red suit, baby, 'cause we're going out tonight. Put on your red suit, baby, because we're going out tonight.
Nice. I feel like the Sneak and Show lost that match as opposed to us winning it. I feel like we just like... You ever see the Simpsons episode where Homer becomes a boxer? And he's got this like skeletal deformation where he's just like got the thickest skull of all time. And so his boxing strategy is to just like stand there while the other boxer just like wears themselves out until they fall over. I feel like that's what we did. We just like stood there. Made some 1-1s. What was our loss to? We lost to Death and Taxes. So far we've beaten the Mirror and Show and Tell. Me going above 22 life is what prevented them from killing me? Sure. But that's also kind of just like having the abnormally thick skull, right? Just being at 25 life or whatever. Having permanence to sack to an Emrakul Annihilator. Is Death and Taxes favored against us? Oh, I have no fucking idea. I have no goddamn idea. When's the next cube? I don't know. I'm excited though. There's a lot of call time cards that I think are very cube worthy. Should be a fun one. You don't think I can ever beat a Tybalt? Death and Taxes? I mean, we played a Tybalt. We super died. Have you read Tybalt? If you play a Tybalt on an empty board, like any deck's gonna have a rough time of you just like drawing cards or whatever. They can just attack you. Like it starts with 5 loyalty and it downticks -3 to kill something. When you're behind on board, that's called a glorified removal spell. It's fucking Stronghold. Do we keep this? Do we keep this shit and just like try and hit a fetch or a basic? I think we do. Because it's not like we're doing nothing in the first few turns, right? Like we're running out lands and we have Force Negation handy. This is the sort of draw where it might just not do anything though. I can see it being a mull. Why can I play Tybalt when I Cascade? Because there's no rules here. That's right. This is the internet, friend. So far, this is going poorly. We have not, in fact, drawn a basic or a fetch to turn on our Astrolabe. We're just kind of watching the opponent do their thing. I'm gonna try and counter that one, huh? This is another mirror. Yeah, this is a second mirror of the night. They could just be on 4-color control. They're not necessarily doing the Valki thing, but what fun is that, right? They're probably doing some Valki nonsense. Perfect. Perfect land.
Get a drummer song. Go ahead, man.
I mean, if we get a Snowland and Astrolabe resolves, then Decay answers the Oko, and then the turn after that, you can play the other Astrolabe, and then Dead of Winter answers the board. So there's still a little bit left in this game. We're not fully out of it. Not quite yet. I'm kind of glad Dead of Winter is not a snow sorcery, because then it would look like this Ice Fang Quaddle instead of this beautiful black border. Do they keep their snow super type when elk? Well, that's a good question. Yeah, maybe Dead of Winter doesn't do anything. Yeah, it says snow still. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Dead of Winter doesn't do shit. This is actually scary. My opponent's hardcast Valkis have been insane. It might have been kind of medium for the most part. I guess the one against Sneak and Show was good. But like in the mirror, my opponent keeps on like hitting Uro and Leovold and shit. It might keep on seeing like a couple of counter spells. Should we actually scoop here? We could kill Valki. We're at 11. That's the thing, right? Like, is we abrupt decay the Valki so that we don't die to our own arrow. If we do that, then Oko sends another 3/3 at us, and we're taking 7. And then it's like, what are we doing after that, right? Let's draw our card. Let's draw our card off the Astrolabe. Let's make them pay the mana first, huh?
Well, said I'm gone away, babe. On down
Uro does not go straight to the bin. It goes to my hand.
I'm gone away, babe. I won't be back till fall. If I find a new man,
Well, Summer Veil title disruption, but the card's been like not seeing a ton of main deck play in this matchup, or in this archetype rather. So if we take 6, 7, 8, 9, go down to 2. Yeah, we can't really do that. What if we just killed the Astrolabe when untapped in Dead of Winter and just like hoped? Yeah, that'd been better.
well, I'm gonna buy me a shotgun just as long as I am tall. Well,
Doreen's buying a shotgun? Oh no. I just caught that lyric.
and unborn. Because if he won't have me, he ain't gonna have no one at all. Well, now see, right, well, now, see what you have done. I said you made me love you, but now you
I think I like leaving in bold.
done come. All said you made me love you, but now your gal done come.
Last time I shaved a Valki and a Force. I don't know about all that. I don't know about that business. I think Hydro Blasted Tibalt's 2-edge case. I could be wrong. It also hits opposing Pyroblasts. Why is Spellbomb in? Because I assume that they have Uro in their deck. And if we're wrong, it still cycles. It's still fine. If you ran this through a league, you'd cut the Stronghold for a Taiga. Well, the Stronghold's not replacing, like, a mana land. Usually this deck plays 20 lands. So if you cut the Stronghold, you'd be playing, like, another Bolt or some shit, or another Fatal Push, or the Sorcery Speed Fatal Push, for whatever reason. You could play a Karakas instead of the Stronghold, if you wanted, like, another colorless land. If you wanted to add a Taiga, if you really wanted to add a Taiga, then I think I would cut a Trop for it, but anyway. Anyway. How did I have so many extra slots last time I was sideboarding for this matchup? Maybe I cut the bolts. Maybe that was it. The bolts seem fine though, right? Like the opponent could have Leovold, and then it also answers Valki if they run Valki out. But yeah, I like the idea of adding Karakas in. If you run out the Valki, you can like rebuy it later. And then it can like save your own Leovold and Uro and stuff. Against swords. It's just like a great card. Volar Stronghold is not a great card, is the issue. We had someone scoop earlier to it in the mirror though, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna shave a Force of Will again, and then I'm not sure what our last cut's gonna be. Maybe it will be a Bolt. Just play one. Do like two better. How's the sharding going? It's good, going pretty well. Pretty okay. How about you folks? Y'all having a good evening? Is the Spell Bomb more niche? Well, the Spell Bomb is value, and Uro is unbeatable once it gets rolling. Whereas Lightning Bolt is also like, it's got like overlap with Abrupt Decay, so it is less necessary, right?
Once you hear 'em, you'll know the best band in the land.
Nice Geophysics. Schwartz is having a chill afternoon. Inklusaur is getting snowed in. Oh, I feel that. I feel that. What do you grab, Hum? Old blue cards for forces, too. Brutal Tibalt. Brutal. So Oko just gets forced here. Is that okay? Let's jam that anyway. Not really doing anything in my hand, right? Just pitched a Brainstorm. Do we attack for 5 or do we keep this Astrolabe around? That's a question. Cling? Yeah, Cling, if you want to main deck a card, I think Cling is better than Nihil Spellbomb. But I think Spellbomb's better if you want to hose her out of the sideboard. Because Spellbomb, like if you get paired against a Gawk or something, it might actually do something. But Kling's just not going to do anything in that matchup. Well, I fucking missed the reveal. Did they reveal a Force of Will? They still have one in hand now. Sure. Chat's freaking out. Folks that haven't seen the old Cascade interaction yet. Well, there's that one. I guess we get a snow covered Island. Not great, not amazing here. Abrupt Decay would have been fantastic, right? Because if you had like an Abrupt Decay or a Power Blast or Bolt or whatever, and then you just get to clear the Tibalt and be in a commanding lead. Now they get to look at some cards. Potentially answer my Oko, right? Is everyone playing Tibalt? Well, they are in the Tibalt mirror. Folks trying it out, why not? Exchanging with Spellbomb. Are you talking about turning the Spellbomb into 3/3? That's somebody's sickness friend. Oh, you mean swapping it with Oko? Yeah, we lose the Oko if we do that, right? Because it was at 5 loyalty exactly. They got an Ice Fang Quaddle and a Snow-Covered Forest. Yeah, I don't know if that's worth either, right? Losing a whole Oko. Wait, it said owned by Caleb. Didn't the... Oh, they down-ticked the Tibalt on the Astrolabe. That's right. Yeah, it just revealed a snow-covered land and an Ice Fang, so I was confused, but that's valid. Is there a link to this jazz album? There is not. I can link you to Dorian's page. Where she sells her CDs and such. Doreen's Jazz. This album's called The Blues.
Married men would have to take their beds and walk, except one or two who'll never drink booze, and the blind man on the corner who sings his Bill Street blues. He says, I'd rather be here than any place I know.
Hell yeah, Best Baculum. Yeah, she's put out an incredible number of albums. 28. And I bought them all. It's gonna take the sergeant for to make me go. This game might come down to us not hitting an answer to Tibalt off the Cascade. If they have like a Pyroblast here for Shardless, they can keep Tibalt alive. They get Ice Fang off the block too, which is not great. And there's a reason why. Because the river's wet and hell yeah, the Nerdster. Look forward to it. Gonna hold on to Vista here. In case we draw a Brainstorm to put back. So I would feel ahead, except that the opponent's got 6 fucking cards in hand, and we have a Prismatic Vista. It's sort of a 7-mana Walker Afro Mage. If it was just Tibalt printed, it wouldn't cost 7 mana, right? It'd be like a 5-mana card. Yeah, it's not exactly a 7-mana Walker. It's gonna be a 4-mana card. I think it upticks too quickly to be 4 mana. Like, it comes in play and kills something. I think if you made it at 4 mana, it would have to come to play with like 3 loyalty or something. You'd have to have it come to play with... If you did 4 loyalty, then the +2 would have to be like a +1, you know? Having a 4-mana Planeswalker start with 7 loyalty would be ridiculous, right? It'd be like having a 3-mana Walker start with 6 loyalty. Wizards just wouldn't do that. Including the uptick, you know? Just not realistic. Never-ending string of Ice Fangs. Yup. Throw another one on the pile. Yarp. From our perspective, the thing that makes this game not completely hopeless is that we do probably have more Cascaders than them. Bloodbraid Elf is a great top deck at this stage. We could swap the food for the Ice Fang. Almost like that. It's like the same shit though, and instead of upticking, we downtick. I don't like that at all. It's a terrible play. Just resolves, huh? Maybe they have a spare. If they just had like no interaction, then we could have, if we had known that, like if they were hellbent there, then you Pyroblast the Quaddle, and then you just clear the Oko with attacks. We didn't have that info though. They have double Tybalt emblems. How many fucking Tybalts am I gonna have to beat this game? I'm gonna beat this fucking Tybalt like I beat my meat. There's gonna be some tears involved. Probably won't be super effective. Oh man, there's my Valki. Yeah. Oh yeah, someday they'll probably introduce something to interact with emblems. Someday. It might even be off another Planeswalker emblem. Something just like wipes your opponent's emblems. They have a lot of design work to work with though. Oh, opponent also playing Nile Spellbomb. I'm not alone. Hey, Destruction 13 with the 20 months, and new crowds everywhere! Yeah. All over the place. Abrupt Decay, huh? That's pretty fierce. I don't think Dak Thaden's dead, Quillback. I don't believe it. If I were the greatest thief in the multiverse, and I was on the lam, I would 100% find a way to fake my own death.
Say your party jumping, and everybody's having a good time. You know what's going on in my mind. Your mind, if I get comfortable, and kick off this shoe. While you're fixing my drink, play me some of those down home blues.
Now you know I don't get out much on the time, and you know I work so hard on that same old job all week long.
I've seen better Cascades.
But tonight I'm gonna get my head back and party with these down home blues.
Abrupt Decay does not answer Tybalt. Shuffling away Uro doesn't make any sense, but there's a Crocus to just bounce it. Or a Nile Spellbomb to just exile it. Alright, let's do this.
You know my old man is gonna wanna fight because of the hour. I'll be coming in tonight, but I don't care. Tonight I'm gonna do as I choose.
Alright, you win. There's only so many times I can fucking cascade into an Astrolabe. While my opponent's doing relevant things. Well, we're 1-1 in the mirror. Time to scrap the deck. Opponent high roll? Yeah, I suppose. When they down-ticked the Tybalt, we actually had like a solid chance of coming back in the game. We just needed to find one more removal spell, right? Either a Bolt or a Decay or a Pyroblast. Any of those cards would have done it that turn. It would have just like let us clear their Tybalt immediately. And they wouldn't have gotten more value. Instead, it took us like a lot of grinding, and then by the time we cleared it, they had like 5 or 6 cards in hand. I'm stealing all of our shit. Ancestral Vision is legal. Is it good? Less certain about that one. You think the counterbalance is random in the sideboard? It's still good against combo decks for sure. Still a great one to bring in. Hits some decks more than others. It's really good against the Artifact Matters deck, weirdly enough. Because they play so many zeros, and you're flipping over a 0 like a third of the time or something. Yeah, Counterspell isn't here to like counter like literally every card your opponent plays. It doesn't need to do that, right? Chalice of the Void doesn't counter literally every card your opponent plays. If a card countered literally every card your opponent played, it would probably cost more than 2 mana, right? Wouldn't be a very fun card. No, it would not. That's a fucking draw. That's a draw indeed.
You said I'm an old man, gonna wanna fight. Because of this, I'll be headed into life.
Yeah, people are spoiled with Sensei's Dividing Tom.
I'm gonna do like I choose. I'm gonna get my head bad and party out this down home blues. Down home blues, down home blues. Oh, she wanted, yeah, but this down home blues all night long.
GG. Yeah, the cool thing about Counterbalance is in this deck is that it's a hoser for combo decks that we can cascade into too. So you're going to see it more often out of this deck than you would in like a typical mid-range strategy because of the cascade mechanic. You could play Thoughtseizes if you're chicken shit. The issue with Thoughtseize being that it's just like more cards that run into Veil of Summer, and they're like already bringing that card in for your forces and stuff. Wish I had more Fatal Pushes. I think Ice Fang's gonna be one of my better cards against them. Evolt seems quite bad. Abrupt Decay is just better than Return to Nature here, right? All the things that Return to Nature hit, and Abrupt Decay also does. Return to Nature may be easier to cast underneath an opposing Blood Moon, but I don't know how often that's going to come up. They were playing red. They were playing Mountains, right? So we're getting the Hydro Blast. They'll have targets. Hell yeah, turn 2 Spike Jester. Hell yeah. That is correct, Bandy. We just did that. We just did literally that game. Return to Nature hits Karn targets. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave this as is. Just submit here. I actually don't like this hand very much. Let's take them all. The issue with this hand is that it's like a little weak to Chalice on one. You can see why taking a mulligan looking for a Forcible is pretty important in this matchup, huh? When they turn one Route Masting on the play. If you need the Soul Lands, then that's fine, Afromage. If you need the Snow Lands, then that's perfectly fine. Yeah, shit, huh? The issue is that Brainstorming here keeps us off Abrupt Decay. So we're just gonna be in like a bad way no matter how we do it. You like Plague Engineer on the play, do you? Well, it's not the worst. The question is, what are you cutting for Plague Engineer, right? Do you cut a Valki? Do you go down to 3 Valkis? I think just casting Valki could be good on, like, turn 2 on the play. I'm a little bit worried about some cards that force negation answers really easily, like Chalice, Blood Moon, Karn, that sort of thing. I imagine they have some of those things, so I think force negation stays in. Let's cut some Blood Raids and bring in the Engineers. Fun game. Well, it was fun for one of us, right? I want to lead on Misty in case they turn 1 Blood Moon me, or Chalice, I guess. But it's so awkward to fetch an island there when I want to fetch a forest. They do make me brainstorm. We don't have to brainstorm. Unless they turn 1 Chalice or Blood Moon. Bloodbraid seems cuttable. Yeah, it's a nice top deck in the Cascade mirror for sure. But we don't need it here. Nice. And suddenly I'm not afraid of anything. I wonder what they're doing over there. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Oh, they set Punishing Fire for me? Sure. Hell yeah, probably Sanctuary. And then you see the Karn in their hand. So, like, we would trade any card in our hand right now for a Force Negation. For either Punishing Fires or Karn, right? Yeah, you got it, friend. Punishing Fire actually a very, very difficult card to beat for Shardless decks, because like it just kills everything in the deck, you know? Except for Oko. Oko would be great. Bursty Schwartz. Just jamming must answer threats. Yes. We got a Reb and a Fatal Push. Not super great, but I've seen worse cards. only issues here is that I guess if they play Karn and get an answer to the Tybalt, then we get to attack include a Karn. Yeah, maybe we're just okay. Am I running Force Negation? I am indeed. This is one of the rare scenarios, not this scenario exactly, but in this matchup, Red Elemental Blast could actually be better than Power Blast. Oh wait, no. No, never mind. Forget the sentence that I just said, because my explanation was going to be something that didn't work. Forget what I just said. Already done. Bloodmoon's pretty sweet in the opponent's deck. They play City of Traders, and so like now City of Traders won't trigger him. And it turns off Wasteland, so we can't like Wasteland the Grove. That was something we were looking to do. Do we want to play Trinisphere? Just to just to make their Punishing Fire more awkward? Ooh. Hello. Hello, you. So I'm gonna... okay, never mind. That was fun. It was a good time. We did the thing. We certainly did the thing. What a game to end on, huh? What a game to end on. So this is a fun start. Fun starting league. Took us almost 2.5 hours, but I guess that's not so bad for a 4-color control deck. We played multiple mirrors, too. Played multiple mirrors. We had very few Uro games, even in the mirrors. Uro might not even be long. I guess if we play against Delver, my tune might change there, though, huh? Uro and Leovold, if you're expecting a lot of the mirror, those cards are like actually kind of a liability. Because then it makes your opponent's Valkis like actually good if they manage to catch one of those. I wouldn't hate having like one more removal spell in the main anyway. And then you could like obviously play Morocco. If you wanted to, you probably would want to. Maybe Engineer over Bloodbraid Elf wasn't the way to go. Well, the nice thing about Engineer is that it's good versus a fast Rabble Master. So just because your opponent didn't play a fast Rabble Master didn't mean that bringing in Engineer was wrong, right? Death Touch is also good against their 4/4. It is quite poor versus Punishing Fires, but it's not like Bloodbraid Elf is amazing against Punishing Fires. You know what we should have brought in though is Blood Moon, maybe. Because it turns off Grove and it turns off Colorless Mana for their Eldrazi. But whatever, I didn't think about it and we didn't need it. Cool. Yeah, so Cascading into Valki was pretty nuts there. That matchup in particular. I'm going to take a bathroom break, and when I come back, we can decide the next deck that I'm going to play. I've got a few different ideas. I've got a few different decks primed and ready to go.